And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ball Sleep Cafe. It's up, stuck. You already know. I never gave up. I'm a bad mama. Shut your mouth. Boy, I said, yo. I said, hey, yo. Yo, Smooth, what's poppin', my boy? Yeah, I say, yo, you know what? We got to get this cafe popping today. Miss G done cursed me out. Talk about, what's up? What you doing, boy? What are you doing? You feel me? That's why I love my moderators. She cracked that whip, got me back on my shit. Let me know I need to get the cafe back lit, man. Hit the like on the way in. If not, hit the dislike on the way out. Fuck out of here. Hit something. What up? Wow. What's up? What up? What up? What up? Salute everybody in the chat. We here, bull sleep, looking like $1,000,000, stress free, fresh cut. What it do, man? How y'all feeling, man? Did y'all miss the kid? Did y'all miss the kid, man? Did y'all miss the kid, man? I've been out here living my best life this weekend. This weekend is a great fucking weekend. A great weekend. I'm waiting for a couple more people to get in the spot. Then we're gonna start our regular cafe antics, bringing up the topics, concerns, what's on our minds, and then we're gonna let it burn. Everybody in the spot, give a big shout out to Brooklyn Stock Shop. If you haven't subscribed to my man's channel yet for stocks tips, now's the time. Now's the chance. Hit his lame, hit his shit, go to the link and press the click. Hit the subscribe, man. Yeah, I got rid of that Hitler shit. Hey, yo, seen and unseen. Appreciate you, King. Raphael, what up, my boy? Ruju Bantan, what up, nigga? Ruju Jones. What it do, baby? Regular shit, man. We just working full time. That's what we doing, man. Full time on the job. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic I want to discuss tonight are family ties and how important it is to keep your family ties. Now, the reason why I decided to touch on this topic is because me personally, being an individual who was in and out of jail, constantly getting in trouble, I see how prison took a major toll on my family ties with just me. Now, I know I'm not the only person that experienced that. So I just think that'd be a good topic to touch on because that's not the only way you can actually put strain on your family ties. Like a lot of people take for granted family. A lot of people don't know the definition of family because they never had one. And then instead of being focused on building a firm foundation for family, they're more concerned on the pity party of never having one. Um, my situation is different than a lot of people. Like my mom's side, good, hardworking people, civilians. Period. There's no other way to sum it up. Um, Now my dad's side of the family, later in life, a lot of them matured after the hardships of incarceration, the hardships of the streets, going up and down. A lot of the men on my father's side fell victim to incarceration. Um, and as due to recent turn of events, thank God, due to the new laws and everything, they home now. My uncle's home. My dad is officially released from prison. Like And now that we all home, we realize how much we really all strangers, man. If that makes sense to you. Um, it's like just because you got someone's last name, the same last name with someone, doesn't necessarily make you family, man. It's the experiences y'all go through. It's the time y'all spend together. It's the dependability, being able to depend on someone that you know, right or wrong, good, bad, or ugly, under any condition, no conditions at all. It's unconditional love. Now, with that being said, the one, oh baby, what are you talking about, man? Don't disrupt me, please. I'm about to turn the comments, so I'm not even looking for me. That's my fault. I shouldn't even look at that shit. But like I was saying, so then now, like my pops home and shit, we trying to bring it all in, but throughout these years, when we separated, everybody became their own person, their own man, developed good habits, bad habits, habits that some of us agree with, some of us don't, like, and we all have an expectation of what family is, but that's the problem with expectations. A lot of the time when we put an expectation on something, it never meets our expectation because your mind is your biggest enemy. Your imagination is like your worst enemy. Have you ever thought of something's coming and just was so scared of it that when it finally come, it wasn't that bad? Or vice versa, been mad excited about something, then when it finally comes, it wasn't even all it was cracked up to be. That's because the power of the mind. We don't know. The fear of the unknown is either going to drive us crazy, make us think the worst, or think the best possible way because of our imagination and the optimism in us that makes us all want the best type shit. You know what I'm saying? So then now with those expectations, when they're not met, comes disappointment. Now, the problem with that is when you dealing with family, you can't put that much of an expectation because of the obligation. Now, usually look at the choice of words I'm using. You can't put that much of an expectation on your family members because there is obligation there. As your family members, your family, as far as I was raised, it's my responsibility to make sure they good. If I'm eating, make sure they eat. If I got a roof over my head, make sure they got a roof over their head. Supposed to just want for your brother, sister, cousin, like you want for yourself, family shit. But now when you have family that you never have to share with, never around with, you don't really have no experiences with them. So now when y'all come back around each other with all these expectations and things aren't getting met and it's mad disappointment, that's when common sense has to kick into you. That's when like not even common sense, that's when like just understanding comes in. You got to be able to understand people sometimes and understand that everybody's going to be who you want them to be. Not everybody's going to move how you want them to move. In most cases, it's going to be the exact opposite. They're not going to be who you want them to be. That's why they even came up with a word called unconditional. Unconditional love. Now, a lot of people don't even know what unconditional love because they come with so many conditions. Not realizing that your family members are supposed to be loved unconditionally. No one's perfect, but we got the same bloodline, we got the same last name, and we still have the same burden of vision of trying to create generational wealth for the same last name. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish sometimes, man, like niggas ain't have so much pride. Like that plays a major part in shit too. There'd be a lot of pride where it'd be a situation that could be easily resolved if one person that says sorry, if one person that said, yo, I ain't mean it like that. But in most cases, that's not the situation. There's pride involved, ego, resentment, bitterness, because in our eyes, right? When we seeing things from our point of view, we always gonna feel like we didn't get something we were as entitled to. But that's because of our own expectations. I get where I'm going, man. Did I lose y'all? Because I'm basically talking of shit I'm going through, kind of. So it's like I'm building with y'all and vibing at the same time. Like, y'all following me, though? And it's like you got a lot of motherfucking family members sometimes that do things that shouldn't get them called family. You shouldn't be necessarily loved if you does certain things, right? That's how some people feel. Like, I get it because we human, we got feelings, but it's like, your son or your daughter, your child, when they stole from you, that first time they stole something from you, or the first time they disrespected you, you love them too much to never cut them off, never speak to them again, right? You got too much of an obligation to them in their life. You play too much of an important role in their life to literally just say fuck them over something they did, a mistake. It's some things you have to look over when you're dealing with family. Period. There's certain things you have to look over when you're dealing with family. Sometimes you got to communicate, patience, time, because like people only listen to people they trust. Trust comes from time and experiences, understanding, communication. So now, if you didn't have those key essentials to build trust with someone, whether they family or not, how can you expect to trust them or be trusted by them or not somehow expect some type of discombobbled, disgruntled, dysfunctional shit? How can you not expect something like that? A little bit. Because nobody's family is perfect, bro. Nobody's family is perfect. All of us have them people in our family that we feel, fuck them. Why the fuck I give a fuck about him? He don't call me on my birthday. He don't call me. We all have that family member. But does that escape the fact that we still have a common goal? The common goal being generational wealth. Trying to make the ultimate win for the team, for the family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm going to drop the link. Let's get some of y'all insight, man. See what's on y'all mind. How y'all feel about family? Family ties. That's the topic. The link is dropped, man. Feel free to pull up. Would love to hear y'all insight. Love to keep building on this. This is definitely a good topic. Now, another twist to this, right about individuals that didn't grow up in a firm household with a good family structure, that never learned the definition of family. Part of me feels like some of them should be the best family members out there. You know what I'm saying? Because now when they finally get a family, they should be appreciative of people that they call them their family. People who are taking upon that role as family. Some families give too much trust, and when that is broken, it's a wrap. G Jerk, I agree. I agree, but my thing is then, so like, what makes your family different than a friend? If they got the same patience, if they're gonna cut you off in the same amount of time, what's different than a friend and family? What's different? I got certain friends that'll give me more chances than certain family members. Mr. T, that's a fact. That's my twin, right? This is my fucking twin. That nigga look just like me. OD. It's hard for people to learn when they're already old and molded. But if you got more insight than them, you got to be patient with them, like God was patient with us. I get it commented, but on the same token, then again, this is why I touched on ego and pride. How many times can you tell someone they love you and they don't say it back? How many times could you treat someone like family that treated you like an outsider? Smallito, what up, baby?
What's good? What's good, my guy?
What's up, bro? How you feeling, man? How you like the topic, man?
Definitely a good one. Definitely one that I think everybody can relate to, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what. We all got we all got family issues, man.
Bro, so what's your insight on it, man? What you got to add to it as far as your intake on family ties and the importance of it?
I mean, to me, you know, it's sad because when it comes to family, it's a double-edged sword because those are the people that hurt you the most. Those are the people that love you the most, but they hurt you the most too. Because I always say my opinion of the only opinion that really matters are the people that I care about. I
Right.
mean, as far as a person in the street, they can feel however they want to feel. They can look at me however they want to look at me. But if my son looks at me like, like I'm a piece of shit, that would hurt. My mother, my father, sister, the people that matter most are the ones whose opinion count the most. And they're also the people that can hurt you the most too, because if one of those people betray you, it's like you don't see that coming. Like, even with your friends to a certain extent, somebody betrays you, you know, it doesn't hurt as much because that's a possibility. You're dealing with people in the streets, no matter how close you think you are, it can always go left. But with your family, you think that that's never the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a good subject, my guy, for real.
No, no question. Hey, yo, another thing too, right? What about, like, this old type of underlying issues for dysfunctions in families, bro. Like, some would be history as far as like resentment. Like, prime example, if how many niggas out there, their dad either cheated on their mom or their mom then cheated on their dad, and now that other parent shows mad shade or resentment towards the child because of the other cheating parent.
Yeah, it happens.
Now that may not be some of us personally experienced, but this is something that's very common. This is happens. That's one of many issues that go on.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
people don't realize how important family is and how much it should be valued until you don't have one, until you don't have no one, and then you realize how important family was. You know how many people in jail burnt their bridges with their
Talk
family
about
in the
it.
streets, and then now they don't feel that shit till visit day. They don't feel that shit till the packages come. They don't
Till
feel
they,
that shit till the holidays when the phone line is fucking around the corner, and they don't have to worry about that shit because they ain't got no one to call.
like I said, yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's when you realize who's when you down and out, when you in those situations that you just talked about. That's when you really see what it's hitting for with people. You know what I mean? Like family, especially and shit. And that other person who should not be named try to talk shit because you actually have people there for you, and that goes to because look, we know everybody got a family, right? And sometimes when they're not there for you, it's not because they did something. It might be because you were a piece of shit to them too. You know what I'm saying? So in those cases, man, if people stand up for you and people care about you genuinely and they show you that love, it's because you're a person that was good to them. Because people, I don't give a fuck who you are, family or not, family gets tired of you. If you're a piece of shit, family will cut you off easily. You know?
Definitely, Smoothie. I'm with you. I'm here with you. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get this drink real quick.
My God, family is important, man. Family's important. You gotta, and I read one of the comments. It's true. You got some people that you meet along the way, along your journey through life that you could that grow to be family. You know, So you can't choose the family you're born into, but as you go along life, you can choose your family as you come along them. You know what I mean? Certain people that you grew up with, certain people that you meet in situations that you meet in life.
I agree. I agree. You could create your family as well. You get around some good, trusting people that you could depend on, that you know got your back in return. You know, time and experiences is what builds trust, and it's ultimately trust that makes a person, you know, feel like you close enough to someone to consider them family.
Absolutely. Nah, that's definitely true, man. Definitely true. Because not everybody you meet in the street, not everybody, not even the street, just during life or whatever. Some people genuinely have good intentions, and it's up to you to figure out who those people are.
I agree. I agree 100%.
But yeah, man, this is definitely a good topic, bro, for real.
Like, yo, the link is dropped. Anybody else would like to come up and comment on family ties? I'm more than welcome.
Yeah, I just yeah, y'all got me here fast
SB, we don't
enough.
want to hear about your drunk ass uncle that used to beat your ass, SB.
Shit. You'd have heard about his funeral service. But shit, yeah, we want to tap in real fast. Family is important to have, my nigga. Cause it sucks being alone, you feel me?
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
For
Nobody
people
want
who
to hear.
don't have family, we
Right.
that shit is weak as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And shit.
It's
I
good
don't
to
know
know
I
you.
don't know what I would do without my family a lot of
So I
times.
want somebody. I want to hear. So I was gonna say an ignorant opinion, but I ain't gonna be that mean. I want to hear somebody's opinion that want to turn around and say that family is more important than friends.
Like to rebut it, like to be on the other side of the scope. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some horror stories out there, man. There's some people that weren't blessed and grew up in fucked up households where people really didn't care about them or look out for them in the right way. So I can't look at somebody that says, "Man, fuck family and all this shit" in a bad way because I don't know what they went through in their personal life experiences. And in
Right,
some cases that I've known people and I've known personally of their family and how they do them, that I look at them and say, "Damn, fuck them." You know what I mean? So
right,
I
right.
can't look at everybody. I don't know what they personally put you through or what they made you grow up in the squalor or whatever, or just mistreating and abusing people. Like there's some women out there and there's some women out there that get abused by family members, you know what I mean? And they keep it inside
Exactly.
all their whole life because they don't know how to approach or talk about that certain family member because it's an uncomfortable situation for them. So for them, you know what I mean, and people like them and that go through things like that, man, I could completely empathize with them on saying that they don't give a fuck about family because family did them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Like you got people out there who like prime example. If you have like, but this is what I'm saying. I still don't see how nobody can have no family at all. Let's say even if you were in a foster care system, there were other
Right.
children in that foster care system with you that you done built bonds with, went to school with, even housed with for a couple years.
Right.
Yeah, I never forged no bond that made you keep in contact with them. Maybe there's a problem with you and forging bonds with people. Like, see, some
Shit.
people have those social issues too and won't acknowledge it. Some people burn their own bridges.
Yeah. Hell yeah. A lot of people burn their own bridges though.
That's a fact. That happens a lot. That's why I was saying that sometimes it's not. You can't look at in those situations where we were talking. Boston brought up earlier, where a motherfucker in jail, and Christmas time come around and whatever, and they ain't got nobody to call. It's not because the family did them wrong. It's because when you was out in the street, you was a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People get tired of that, man. No matter family or not, man. The motherfucker keep kicking you in your ass. Eventually, you're gonna be like, man, I ain't around.
Exactly.
Like you got a lot of people out there who like you ever seen that friend? We all had a friend like this who are mad aggressive and spicy with their family, but they dead pussy in the street.
Yeah, I
Oh
see
my
that a
god,
lot. Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Why is that? Why do people feel like because they know they loved ones ain't gonna do it to them like a stranger is? I think that plays a major part.
Yeah, are the
Cowards.
are the shit that they want to do to the niggas on the street, they do it to their family.
Yeah, the
Like you know,
cowards.
They
Those
take
are
their anger out
cowards.
on their family and shit.
Those are cowards all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Because family is sacred, man. I mean, if you got a good family, then that's sacred. And you see the toughest, you see the dudes in there that do 25, 30 years and they family loves them. Why? Because when they was out there, they was nothing but good to them. They don't, whatever they did in the street was whatever they did in the street, but
Necessarily,
they
no.
didn't.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like sometimes, like, all right, when I did my bid, my family held me down, and that's not. I was good to them, paying all the bills, and I was home. I wasn't. I was a kid. I wasn't paying all the bills, but I wasn't a piece of shit. I wasn't
Exactly.
fighting my family. I wasn't stealing from them. I wasn't. You feel me?
Of
Burning
course.
bridges.
Of course. Of course, and I'm not saying that it has to do with paying bills. It's just like you said, you was a young man, but they knew who you were really. Whatever you did, your charge, whatever landed you in that spot, they knew that that wasn't who. You know what I mean? That didn't define you or how they seen you. You know what I'm
Yo, bro,
saying?
ask
Like,
anybody that knows me, bro. There was sometimes, nigga, I was on that visiting floor 3 times a week, but for sure, I never missed one. At least once a week, somebody came to see me, on nigga. For
that's a
10
fact.
years, that's sturdy. That's a support system, you heard?
Is it?
And I
Is it?
mean, love is unconditional, my nigga. Real love is unconditional.
Right.
So
Right.
if a motherfucker can love you and then say they hate you, they ain't never loved you from the jump. So shit,
Exactly.
I don't know.
Nah, I can't. No. I'm gonna take that back because I believe love can turn to hate too.
shit.
I think the strongest hate comes from love. But what I mean by when I say that is like for a person to really really hate you, they had to have loved you at some point. But what I will say is the only person that I feel can unconditionally love you is your mother. I think that's the only person in the
Absolutely,
world. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like that's the only person that no matter what, if you got a real mother that loves you, like she
Yeah.
gonna be there. She might disagree with you. She might be mad at you. She might curse you out every now and again and tell you about yourself.
And
But
she
if you
gonna still love you, and she gonna still love the shit out of you.
all the time.
You know
Right.
what, my
Hands down.
yeah, that's a fact.
Like me, I'll never be one of them parents to kick my kids out the house. I'm never doing that. I don't give a fuck what Ava do.
I ain't gonna say that. Mom's done kicked the nigga out a few times, but it wasn't no kick out like I just gotta go. I left too. She said it, but then I left because I want to see can I do it on my own type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So I
that
was like, fuck it. I'm
but
17. I'm old enough, nigga. Fuck it. I'm out of here.
but
You know what I'm saying?
but hold on, SB, but let's keep it away. God bless your mother. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is that I think you know this and you could I'm speaking for you, but I think you're gonna agree with me. She might have kicked you out, but if you would have came to her later on down the line or whenever and said, Mom, I ain't got nowhere to go, that
She
door is
gonna let me back
open.
in. Hell yeah, she
That
gonna let me back in.
that's unconditional
Look,
love.
she never took my house key from me. Like the house key that I had, I kept it. So I really wasn't kicked out. I just left on my own. She wanted to say that to like test me type shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I can't whoop him no more, so let me just see if this will hurt him.
Right.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying? That's all that was. Hell yeah.
and that's
Hell
real love.
Yeah, I'm here with y'all, man. I'm still here. I'm just rolling this blunt.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit is real though, man. But for motherfuckers who live in fucked up situations like them kids that was living in that house and the two parents was mistreating them and shit, letting them live in shit and piss and all that old nasty shit, not letting them go outside and shit like that. And they was young as fuck. Y'all didn't see that shit on the news?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like parents like that, man.
What about let's talk about it. What about the dude? What about the dude? Not even the dude, the cop that he's on trial right now. I don't know if he got convicted or not, but he's on trial for murdering his son because he made his son sleep in the garage and he froze to death on the
Oh
fucking
wow.
street. Yeah, on a cold ass winter night. He had the dog sleeping inside, and he made his 8-year-old son sleep on the house in the garage, and he wound up dying of hypothermia.
Yeah, like that's another thing too. Like people don't be knowing what's too far with their punishments.
Yeah, like that's some bullshit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh no, y'all good.
Like my mom used to whip my ass, but then at a certain point of the ass whooping, she used to be like feeling sorry for me when I was a kid.
Of course.
All right, just going back and start crying and shit. Like certain point is too far, my nigga.
Of course, absolutely. There's a difference between discipline and abuse. I always say
Yeah,
that. There's always there's a line that you shouldn't cross. You know what I mean?
hell yeah.
That's how I be though.
Yeah. I think women should be more like disciplinary for their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? In a household.
Nah, because
Right.
if you notice one thing about a kid, like prime example, Ava could be doing something, her mother be like, Ava, put that down. Ava gonna take another step with it. If I put that bass, Ava, put it down. She's dropping it, and I never even hit her. I never popped her, nothing. It's literally the basic
Right.
chords. It's all it
Yeah.
takes.
Right. They understand.
Yeah. But shit, I'm just saying, like, a hit from you is gonna be way worse than a hit from the mother though.
Of
You see
course.
what I'm saying? So like I'd rather my wife hit my kid than me hit my kid. Because I might hurt this motherfucker. So you just go ahead and whoop him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I still gotta. You see, there's other ways to punish it. See, I'm the type. I'm taking everything. Your phone, the TV, the nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking everything out your goddamn room. You gonna be miserable. I don't even gotta whip you. I know. I've been in jail. I know how to drive a motherfucker crazy without. You feel
That's
me?
a fact.
Yeah.
Take everything.
Yeah, but shit, I don't know. I'm probably more old school. I'm whipping that ass.
Nah, I think that and you're right.
Yo,
That's
Chris, you do me a favor. Can y'all watch this for me real quick? I'm about to bring my car around. You can watch this for me. Thank you.
nah. I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I think that's what's wrong with a lot of the things that's going on today with this youth, is that it's become wrong to discipline your kids. People are literally scared to discipline their kid because now you trying to even hit them a little bit or whatever, just like the little ass whoopers that you used to get that taught you lessons in life can get you arrested, can get your kids taken from you, and they basically tied parents' hands behind their back. You know what I
And
mean?
make them, yeah, hell yeah, got them above the parents type shit. Kids don't want to listen to their parents now
Right.
because they feel they don't have to. I can call these people on you and then I'll just be somewhere else. Fuck it.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I ain't
Hell
gonna
yeah.
front. I mean, I used to be bad, like, Mama, call. She like, nigga, call her. I'm tired of your ass. Call her.
And
Right.
call them. Yeah, I'll whoop their ass too if you call them. Call them right now. You want to pack your shit right now? I'd have my mama pack my shit up and put it by the door. She was just fucking with me though. But I thought she was for real.
Of course.
Finna send a nigga off. I'm like, no, I'm begging to stay home now and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Man, this is crazy. Hell
you
yeah.
know how good you got it. You know what I mean? Like,
You start looking at all your toys and all this shit. You like, I can't leave all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
that's
You want me to leave?
exactly.
Fuck that. Yeah.
So I
Hell
think
yeah.
that's something that the youth is missing, is that there ain't enough ass whoopers out there. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking
Cause
about
now Child
constructive
Protective Services to come get a nigga ass.
Like, you can't.
That's
They don't know
wild.
the difference between doing good and doing bad now. They don't
right.
know the
You said
difference.
what?
Yeah.
What you say?
They don't know the difference between being good and being bad now. Like when you was good, your parents used to reward you with things. When you bad, your parents used to whoop your ass. Now, like shit, you still got your phone and your video games and shit in your room when you do bad.
Of
You still
course.
get to get on Instagram when you do bad. You still get to go outside when you do bad now.
Right.
Hard. I ain't gonna front. Not me. I was always on fucking punishment as a kid.
Man.
Yeah, my mom was the queen of grounding. She ain't really hit me, but she grounded the shit out of me for weeks.
Man.
Weeks. I used to be sick, but
Nigga like me stayed on punishment. What the fuck?
And they be like 2 months or a month or whatever, and they keep that date too. Like, no, this date you off of punishment. Like, fuck.
yo, that's real.
Damn. You be
Nah,
like, I
that's the
got
only thing.
13
Like my
weeks,
mom's
bro?
to give me a time cut. She'll fuck around and give me a time cut if I ask 100 times in a day. Finally, she's like, just go. Get the hell out of my damn face.
Oh man.
Man, only thing I knew for sure was coming was a meal. That's it.
Nah, for real. That's how my mom
That's
was.
it.
She was, nigga.
Yeah.
Knew that was coming for sure. I'm like, I know she ain't gonna starve a nigga. Like, fuck it.
Oh, nah.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's a good question. Aha said, what y'all feel about the government having so much say so in the household?
It's not right. It's not right.
Not right.
It's not right at all.
But you see the government The government gets to get away with it. Why? Because of these animals that we were just talking about that take it too far and wind up killing their kids. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Right.
Right.
they look at it and they say, well, yeah, for every case that we, that we hear about, there's this, like, there's people that are out there really doing harm to these kids. So they're trying to use that as just justification to step in and control what you do with your kids within your household.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But I
yeah.
think more often than not, people understand what discipline is. There's only the few, the crazy people that take it too far. I think most of the parents understand that, you don't have to abuse their kids to get them to do what they need to do.
Now, what about the cases when the kids lie and over exaggerate to get their parents in trouble?
Oh, I feel like that's fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, that's scandalous. Because at the end of the day, they hurting themselves. Because when they get took out the house, they gonna get put in them foster care and all that shit. They're not gonna want to be there. They fucking themselves over.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the statistics that people that come out of the foster care system aren't that good. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
lot of kids that go through foster care, they wind up in bad situations growing up. You know what
They end up getting beat up, getting molested, and all kind of crazy
I mean?
shit.
Exactly. It's awful.
Yeah. What the fuck you doing playing spades, nigga? That shit is crazy. Yeah.
Hey, Grill was good.
It could be worse though. You could be living in China and shit like that, where they let you
Or
only have one kid per household.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you're not a boy, they're gonna treat you like shit because they don't value their women out there like that. You know what I mean? To them,
Exactly.
yeah, shit is crazy. Can always be worse. We always sit here and complain, but we definitely grew up in a good country where we do have chances. I mean, it's not, the tables are a little bit skewed, but
Yeah.
a lot worse. Like you said, China,
At
other country, Russia, all these other countries that they don't.
least they get a chance to speak their mind and say what's on their mind and shit.
Of course,
Motherfucker hear you out anywhere else, they don't want to hear that shit.
that's a fact. I mean, look at these places where these kids get put into child labor. You know what I mean? 7, 8 years
Yeah.
old, working in a sweatshop, trying to support your family. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Have that. We don't have that here. So a lot of, we can say what we want about America, man, but I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Mm, I don't know. I wouldn't say all that, though. Because if I was the king of Zamunda or something, if I was like the king of Africa or something,
Yeah,
you'd be cracking, nigga. I don't know. I don't know about that. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. If you put it like that, then yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. If I was like the king of, you know what I'm saying? All these bitches out here naked and shit. Yeah, it's cracking.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh,
They
you'll
walk
be
around topless and shit. It's popping. I don't know about that one.
you in
yo,
that
what y'all doing? Y'all know Bike Week next week? Who going? Y'all going?
Shit, hell no. I'm, I ain't never rode a motorcycle in my life, dog.
Yeah, me neither.
I ain't never rode one in my life. Like a mini bike, I rode a mini bike before, and yeah, it was the closest to a motorcycle I'm gonna get.
Nah, man, that shit you bike life. Hey, I like watching all them niggas do them tricks, man. But I ain't got the balls for that. That should take
Mm-mm. It's a different animal. That's too
That's a
much power for you just to sit on and ride and just be. I know. Fuck all that.
Yo, these
Nah.
dudes be fearless, man. When I see them do the shit they do, I'm like, I know you fell a couple of times trying to learn how to do that, man. That shit hurt. But
Man.
it's just something that's in you.
Yeah, for niggas who do that shit though, it's dope to see niggas do that shit. Like Meek Mill be riding them bikes and doing all them wheelies and all that shit. That should be
Yeah,
looking hard. I
fire.
just can't do it. I just can't do
Right.
it.
I know they must ride crazy in Cali because y'all got the good weather all year round to do it. Like that's why
Yeah,
it's so
but the
big.
police chase us though. The police used to chase us down though.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
But they do
motherfuckers
that
be out
here.
there riding.
They do that around here too, man. But that shit. That shit. Yeah, I got the weather for it. Like all
Yeah,
year round, you could really be on your bike all year with it.
true that, but shit, yeah, but you know, I guess because of how the laws is and shit, like niggas, they fuck with it, but they don't really fuck with it like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never disobeying my child for no law and shit like that. I'm never disobeying my child. Like disowning my child, just leaving them
Oh,
out there.
Hell no. For what?
nah. Nah,
Hell.
that's the setup, man. That's that's the you always supposed to be the safety blanket. You know what I mean? As long as
Mm-hmm.
you're out there trying to do right, which sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it takes a while. You know what I mean? And I just want my kids to know, as long as you ain't no creep or some,
Mm-hmm.
you always got a spot with me, no matter what. Like, if all else fails, you get kicked
My
out, your
shit
girl kick
fucking up.
you
I'll be
out,
right
whatever.
back.
You
That shit is crazy.
you got a
Like
spot.
I don't know how they. I don't see how they had the strength to do it. But I mean, shit, that's crazy. Get your child up type shit. That's weird.
Yeah, man.
It's nothing they could do. I don't see nothing that they could do to make it that bad. So I want to kick my kid out though, like type shit.
Nah,
Now,
man.
if they grown, it's a different story. If they're grown, you got to
Right.
get your grown ass up out of here. But if you know what I'm saying, teenager and shit, kids and all that, yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit
but
is crazy.
even when they grown, I always want them to know, my sons, whatever. Like, yo, listen, if you got a girl, y'all moved in, and 2 years down the line, she acting crazy, man, come see. I might not, I don't know my living condition, but you always got a space on wherever I'm at. You could be right next to me, wherever. You feel me?
Everything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because motherfucker be like, man, it's crazy. Once you get out on your own, you realize how real life is.
Absolutely, but that's when you start appreciating your mom and your pops even more, because you realize
Man,
that they sheltered you from all that craziness for so long that you ain't even realize how fucked up life really was. Like,
yeah. And you realize that they wasn't lying. Like the shit that they was telling you, like, damn, they really wasn't just trying to treat a nigga bad or just trying to, spoil my fun. They was serious about this shit. This shit is fucked up out here.
absolutely.
He really start appreciating that shit. Like, damn, I wish I was, I'm saying, at home. I wish, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I used to hear my dad all the time saying that. I wish I could be young again. I wish I like yo, that shit. Now that you getting old, you in my age bracket. You like, yeah, I
Yeah,
wish.
bills is coming. Bills is coming every weekend. Look like all kind of crazy shit. I still gotta feed you. All this old shit. That shit is
Right.
crazy.
That shit is crazy, yo. Like, yo.
Oh yeah.
My dad used to be like, I wish all I had to do was do homework, and I'd come home and do an hour of homework and be, the rest of the day doing my I got to do this, that, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I understand completely what he's saying now.
Hell
Complete,
yeah. Hell yeah. Like if I would have saved all my allowance money until I got grown, I'd have been balling. I'd have been balling.
you know.
You never really think about that kind of shit. Like if I just saved all that money my mom used to give me just $2, $5 here, dollar here, I'd have been up. But I graduated high school. When I left high school, I would have been up. I'd have been doing pretty damn good for myself.
Well, Jay gets real. What you mean? What I identify with today? That was a weird question. That's so crazy.
Yeah, we back, y'all. My shit was acting up, man.
Good, we still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shit is crazy though. That's why families is like that's like a serious thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's final decisions type shit. You can't make no family if you're not ready, or you can't be playing with that shit if you ain't ready.
Nigga, having a baby with the wrong bitch will fuck your life up.
It'll fuck your life up, not just your life. It'll fuck that kid's life up.
Absolutely.
The kid life is gonna be fucked up because they see all the bullshit that's happening. Yeah,
Definitely.
Nah, that's a fact.
you know what I'm saying. You can fuck around and find somebody else. Kids don't understand that shit as a baby and kids and shit. They don't understand that shit. They think that it's on them. Like my parents don't love me. That's why they don't want to be together.
Right, right. Yeah,
Like
look, the
it's
kids blame
stupid shit.
themselves. It's a fact, though. That's a
Yeah, I mean stupid shit, and it ain't even on them. It ain't even got nothing to do with them.
Nah, I got you, Jay gets real. Yeah, that's yeah. You funny, but yeah, man. Nah, but one of my peoples, God bless him. He gone. He passed on now, but
So
him and his mom, or his moms and his pops ain't grow up. They split and all that, and for years his moms was throwing dirt on his pop's name. He ain't
right,
shit. This ain't that, and when you're a little kid, especially mom telling you that, you're gonna listen and you're gonna take her side. But as he grew older, and not only seeing how crazy she was, but
Right.
also growing into a man and understanding that women are crazy. Like, you know, a lot of them, not all of them, but they
Mm-hmm.
crazy. He understood more. Like, you know, he mended his relationship with his father because he understood now. Like, you know,
It was, yeah.
kid, he didn't understand how real relationships and how, you know what I'm saying, like women
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
He understood before he passed, and he made it right with his pops. So
That's a good thing. Hell yeah, that's a good thing.
facts.
Hell yeah, because he probably didn't even know. Pops didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, yeah, that's a good hell. That was a hell of a good thing.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah. That's good. He didn't hold no grudges though.
Nah, but you know, like I said, he grew up with his mom's side of the story basically, and his
Right.
pops didn't come around because his mom's is so crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
as he grew older, he realized not only seeing that his mom's was crazy and you know the shit that she did, but he understood being a man and going through relationships himself and seeing how, you know what I'm saying? Like he
That'd be the best
understood.
thing for a man to do is just leave type shit.
Right.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes ain't no wins with them. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's why look, you know how oh, you know how all right. How much Zaza cost? How much that shit cost out there where you at?
It's all different prices.
Okay, condoms only cost $5, I think, everywhere. So you know, that's all you do a pack of three, you know what I'm saying, will set you free and you'll be all right. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, man. For real, for real. You gotta keep them
Fact that
condoms in your
it
pocket,
set you
man.
free.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, man. For real, for real.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just saying. I stacked them up like water and canned food around this motherfucker.
nah, man, that's definitely, you know,
see,
definitely saves a lot of heartache and headache.
hell yeah, wear them on your clothes like a lunch ticket if you can't remember to put it in your wallet.
Yeah,
Put it on your shirt like a lunch ticket. Fuck it. You'll be all right. I'm telling you. You'll save
def-
yourself a lot of problems.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely. Like you, like Bossy said, man, you had to, you know, you slip up with the wrong one, man. That should have definitely alter your life, and like you said, fuck up the kid's life. Everybody's life be fucked up over one
Hell
bad
yeah.
night. You know what I mean?
One good night of a bad decision.
Yep, exactly.
You be like, damn.
Mm,
Have a little boy, now this little nigga in a gang tripping, shooting at motherfuckers and all kind of shit. Or have you a little girl that's on some whole shit or something. You're gonna
that's a
be mad
fact.
at yourself.
That's a fact, Tavon Miller. That's a big fact. He said too many kids being made in one night stands and quickies. That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
Big fact, man.
Exactly.
You just in it for a night of fun, and you wind up getting a lifetime commitment behind it with a person that you don't even know or even like.
Don't
Like
even look the same in the morning. This person don't even look the same in the morning.
exactly, exactly.
That's crazy.
Shit is crazy,
The
man.
one night stands do be bomb though. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep it real. The one night stands be all right. Them motherfuckers be
I'm saying
bomb.
if they done right and everybody can leave
Yeah,
their separate
yeah.
ways, yeah, that's be the best one.
Feel like a player in the morning. You be like, I'm ready for the day. Like, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. That shit crazy. Hey yo, Boss Lee.
Yo.
I don't know if you want to talk about it though, but I don't know if you want to breach this subject. You want to talk about that shit that's been going on with you with Charlemagne?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the whole? You know what I mean?
See,
Like
I didn't even really research too much into it, but from what I'm getting from it is like there was some allegations against him, correct?
You're
But
right,
there was
right.
never no criminal charges. Now,
nah,
this
nah, nah. He copped out to some. He definitely got charged with shit. Yeah,
oh, he
he
Yeah.
copped out.
yeah. So basically, let me give you a quick rundown from what I understood. So basically, in 2001, he was 22 years old, I believe, or something, and he took a 15-year-old girl to a party where in that party she was she basically said she got raped, and
Mm.
she said he did it. And later on down the line, whatever the case got resolved, he copped out to a lesser charge. He was charged originally with sexual assault on a minor, and he wound up copping out to contributing to a delinquency of a minor, which basically said that he got it with alcohol, you know what I mean, whatever the fuck. So people it come back up because he basically everybody's talking about it now. So I just felt, you know, maybe we would touch on it.
Okay. Did
Now he
Tupac
pled. Now check it. Did he plead guilty to what charge though?
He pled guilty to
to a lesser charge?
contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Yeah, they dropped the charge to some lesser, and
Right.
then he copped out to it.
But he dropped it. They dropped the charges because the girl's mother didn't want to keep putting the girl through the shit, and she was, she was hurt, she was scared, she didn't really want to keep going through it and reliving it. So the
Mhm.
mother didn't want her cooperating with the police, which led them, when you don't got the witness there, what I'm saying, the state don't really have a leg to stand on, so they're gonna give you a better, you know what I mean? They want
Right,
the
right.
conviction, so yeah, so that's basically what happened.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
then see now, that's see now. Those sexual cases, me, only way I'm running with those, I need to see the DNA. I'd like to see DNA, or you see, like my thing is like, but then again, it's like I can't even say that because
Condoms,
look at the pleasure piece situation. That was open, shut, close. He denied knowing the bitch, and then now look, you see what I'm saying, bro?
of
I
course, of
don't know.
course. Of course, but
So
I will say that they did a DNA test years later, like 16, 17 years later, and they did not find his DNA on her.
Right.
But I'm not
16,
gonna,
17 years later, imagine how many
yeah,
showers that was.
no, I don't know. They took an original rape kit from her that night. You know what I'm saying? And the doctor said that she was fucking. You know what I mean? It showed that she was raped or whatever.
Somebody hit, but it wasn't him type shit.
It could have been, or he could have wore the condom. I'm not trying to shun him. I'm just trying to
Right.
point out and be fair. Like when you do wear condoms and shit, they
Right.
prevent pregnancy. They prevent all type of shit. You feel me? If you wear them right, you won't leave no
Right.
DNA. But the girl insists that it was him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what it was. So
Wait, wouldn't you still leave like DNA from like your pelvic area when you sweating rubbing against hers? You would
I
still
know.
leave
I know.
DNA.
Hair falls
yeah,
out of your shit every three
that's a
minutes or
fact.
something like that. Hair
Hair,
falls off
yeah,
your body and skin and shit like that every
right.
3 minutes or something. So shit, it's supposed to be something on him. But I mean, okay, did Tupac go to jail for not for that rape shit?
Yeah,
He
he
said he
did.
didn't touch. He said he didn't touch her. You know what I'm saying? She was just there
Right,
at a party and all that shit. Some other niggas did some shit to her. He still
right.
went to jail for that shit.
Right. And that's what Charlemagne said. And aha, you right. And I was just about to say that. See now, all right, everything to put to the side, everything put to the side that we just heard about the case. Now let me ask you two on the panel, my guys and everything. How do you feel about this? When you were 22 years old, were you bringing 15-year-old girls to a party or to any situation where y'all might end up, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
no,
absolutely
Nah,
not.
I
and
don't.
the niggas that
No.
do is because they know she gang. She for the team. They know she gonna pop for the team. Then they
But
bring her
see,
to those situations for that.
okay.
Yeah.
But that being said, you're 22 years old and she's 50. There's 18-year-olds that are down for the team too. 19-year-olds
Right.
and
Right.
28-year-olds
Exactly.
that are down for the
Exactly.
team too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you don't
Some got
have
to
to
be
go the
mentally wrong with
15-year-old
you.
route.
Some got to be mentally wrong with you to fuck with a 15-year-old and you 20 something years old, bringing
Right.
this bitch to a
They
party.
still they still a kitty. No, wait, stop. It hurts at that age.
Exactly.
Like that ain't even fun.
That ain't
Exactly. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
She
So
got a
that's
curfew. She got a curfew and all this goofy shit.
Right.
yeah.
She
You
got
know
to
what I'm
get off
saying?
the phone, all this old stupid shit. Oh yeah, ain't no time for that.
So be that as it may, he got absolved from the charges and all that. But his intent and him even being around her and bringing her to the party and doing that and giving her drinks, that just looks bad to me anyway. You know what I
That's
mean? Like
soliciting. Ain't that soliciting to a minor? Like,
that's basically what every state has different wording for their charges. Like what I'm
right.
saying? Like shit. So that's pretty much kind of what he copped out to, so to speak. That he was, he was around a minor. He was giving her liquor. He was like,
Right. Cause I can go to jail. Like if a motherfucker say, "Hey, can you buy me a pack of cigarettes out the store?" and I buy it for him and he underage, I can get charged for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can go to jail for that shit.
hell yeah,
You ain't supposed to be
absolutely.
buying no minor no fucking alcohol and cigarettes.
That's a fact. A fact.
Was he already okay? Was Charlemagne already like rich and shit like that?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't lit like how he was now. To my
Okay.
understanding, this all happened in where he's from in South Carolina. So he was, I think
Oh,
he was on a local, like he was in radio, but he wasn't lit like that. You know what I mean? At least not throughout the country where everybody knows Charlemagne. This is 2001, so I didn't know of him. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know of him besides the people that lived in that particular state.
Well, okay. I'm like, damn, that's I like how why would he why would they how why would they I'm thinking like why would they bump the charge down and why would he plead to it if he didn't do nothing?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you got to take it all the way. Like
Yeah.
I'm not putting that on my jacket that I, you know.
And I ain't do shit. I don't even know this bitch or I ain't do shit. No, no.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. And like Tavon Miller said, this is Tavon Miller's comment. He said, "What's weird and nasty is Charlemagne's Spanish fly story is sick. It almost sounds like the same girl and the party and changed up the story. You know, Charlemagne is always talking about putting Spanish fly in bitches' drinks and getting them drunk,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? Like funny shit like that. That's crazy. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
That shit is
For
crazy.
me, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. On a sex case, I'm going to trial. Y'all got to smoke me.
That's what I was saying. Like
Y'all
you
got to
don't
smoke me.
Yeah.
like
If
Y'all
I
got to
didn't do
smoke me.
nothing,
I'm not going to no sex prevention class, none of that shit.
I'm not registering for shit. I'm not registering a motherfucking thing. I'm not doing none of that shit. If I didn't do nothing,
Of
fuck
course
that.
not. Of course not. You
Fuck.
gotta convict me of that. That's crazy.
Yeah. She gonna have to come to court, all that shit, all that shit. She gonna have to say it was me, all everything. Fuck that.
Absolutely.
I'm not taking shit. It's either you drop it or nothing.
Right. Right.
Fuck that.
There's certain things that you just can't allow, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you only admit to shit when you felt some kind of like guilt about the shit.
of course.
In some kind of way, I think like whoever did hit, they got to it before he did. He was gonna hit that night too.
Right?
Type shit. Like he must have went to the bathroom and the nigga scooped his girl real quick, like, hey, what's up with you? Walk with me over here or something. And macked her up real quick. And then he hit, and then Charlamagne walked in on them like, oh, fuck it. You fucked the bitch I was gonna fuck anyway. Type shit.
Right.
Left her at the party type shit. So since
Right.
she don't know this nigga name, she really don't know this nigga name. She just told on this nigga.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
he just did the shit he was gonna do anyway.
Yo, that nigga Ed is funny as fuck.
But he's speaking facts though. That shit
I'm just
funny.
saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how a nigga be. I done scooped a few niggas hoes at a party before. Like, this nigga walked to the bathroom and he a sucker type nigga. Hey, what's happening with you? Let me get your number. You know what I'm saying? Real fast and walk off. Boom. And then call her up the next night or some shit like that. So it'd probably be the same kind of situation. He seen that bitch was a flipper, but he was just over there locking up on her and shit, handcuffing her. He went to the bathroom, he scooped her. Boop. And she bit. And she bit and she went for it. She
Yeah.
bit and went for it. He walk in like, oh no, oh you fucking my bitch, and then this nigga get up and leave type shit.
That's a
She only
fact.
know this nigga name. She don't know this nigga name. She just met him, but she drunk
Right.
as shit though.
Hey.
But she probably was drunk as shit though.
Yo, SB, and she was hot and heavy, always ready, and that nigga was looking for spaghetti.
Exactly, man. You feel me? And this nigga walk off to the bathroom on some stupid shit. Man, all right. Got one.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He
You know that. You in the
Yeah.
wolf den.
Hell yeah, nigga.
That nigga went for spaghetti while she hot and ready.
What?
Right.
That nigga was mad about it. That now it's like everything you talk about with other people, like you, all that shit he been doing, it seemed like some whole shit now. All that having receipts on people and doing all that extra investigation on other motherfuckers that he do. Now it just look like some all bullshit. Don't nobody even want to hear that shit from you no more.
Exactly. And that's why people are lining up and talking shit about
That's
it
why
because
people do what they do. When they dig for dirt on you and put it out there, there's somebody hating that did not want Charlamagne to win. They
Yeah.
bring up some shit back from 2001 to try to kill his career in 2000.
nah, let me tell you what happened though. This is what really happened, Bossy. Real shit. There's a dude named Kwame Brown. Now he was the number one pick in the draft. Long story short, he was a long pick. He was a number one pick in the draft. He ain't really do all the shit he was supposed to do in the NBA. He ain't made expectations, whatever. So they on a podcast, a couple basketball players, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, etc. They were on a podcast and they was clowning them. So he started talking shit about them on YouTube. So now Charlemagne goes and he intersects himself and he starts talking shit about Kwame Brown completely out of left field. But not only about Kwame Brown, he starts talking about Kwame Brown's father, who he doesn't even know caught a body. Like he never met his father. His father been in jail, I guess, for a body, but he tried to like slander his name, talking crazy. So Kwame Brown just, directed his energy towards Charlemagne and he brought that all out to the forefront again.
Yeah.
People, yeah. So he basically, you know,
Because
kicked
it
the
was out.
Hornets.
Because it came out before. It came out like a long time ago, but people just like forgot about it, swept it under the rug, I guess. And
Right.
then he opened that scar up. He opened
Exactly.
he opened them motherfucker right back up. And
That's what happened.
he been on him for like a
SB,
Oh man, he was right in the middle of it too. That's be crazy.
you know,
Yeah.
it's all right, nigga. I gave you my best service I had all week.
That's it. Yeah.
So tired.
Right.
Nah, real shit.
Nah.
That's nasty though. There's always a Kwame Brown nigga though.
Yeah.
Then again, Charlamagne brought that on himself.
He did because he ain't have to. He ain't have to. You know how he is. He want to talk shit about everybody. He finally fucking kicked her. He stirred up with the wrong person, and that
Yeah,
motherfucker ain't having it.
fired him.
No, they haven't fired him, but I'm just saying, like, it's buzz. We talking about it, everybody talking about it. Like, it's really he went and flex pretty much did a whole 30 minutes yesterday or the day before on it, and now Charlamagne is suing Hot 97 and Funkmaster Flex for defamation of character. Like, it's getting
He's not going to win that suit as long as they specified that the charges were dropped and he pled guilty to. And as long as they specified the facts, he's going to lose that. He's just doing that for the publicity of it. To shut everybody else up. He just wants to shut everybody else up from talking about it until the outcome of that case. That's what that is.
Charlamagne. You know Charlamagne is feeling it because you know he gave himself donkey of the day today for that. He apologized on air and all that. Yeah, like he's feeling it.
Yeah. At least he got it out the way so wouldn't nobody else do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's all he did.
Right.
Because that's the first thing people gonna say. He didn't even say sorry about it or none of this other shit.
Now, what he said, why did he say he got the donkey of the day? I got to hear this.
Because the dude hit before him, I guess.
Nah, he said donkey of the day because of what I was explaining, that he basically went and slandered Kwame Brown's name for no reason. Like he went and told his father, everybody. So he apologized to him personally, like I shouldn't have done that, whatever. But
leave me alone.
It's already lit, like you know what I mean. So shit is crazy.
Yeah, and that dude be having like 20,000 people in his live too.
That's a fact. He been popping, like he the hottest thing right now on the tube, like 15,000. Yeah, Kwame Brown. I'm telling you.
He been having like 20,000 people in his live, my nigga.
Facts.
I've seen that shit. I seen it on YouTube. Like, god damn.
Oh yeah, we need to make a video about Kwame. Let me stop.
Nigga.
Might as well. Everybody else is.
Yeah.
Everybody else is, bro, for real.
Yeah, hell yeah. This shit be lit. Every time he go live, it be lit.
Facts. Yeah, Boogie Down Bronx, he really did. He went on today and made himself donkey of the day.
Hey, you know what's cold about that shit? That fool, they're giving that basketball player nigga money. Like, people is donating money to this nigga.
Facts.
He don't need no motherfucking money.
Yo, bro, understand that's what humans do as a form of compensation. When they feel entertained, when they feel treated well, they like to compensate you monetarily, bro. That's what we do as humans.
That motherfucker.
But they said he played, even though he was a quote unquote bust and he didn't really live up to his potential, that motherfucker played in the league for like 10 years and made $65 million. Like he's
some
up.
shit like that. Yeah, hell yeah.
He's up.
Yeah. He all the way up. It don't matter if he sit on the bench for $60-some million.
What? Yeah, he's stuff for life.
That's crazy. Damn. I ain't know that one. That nigga say he had $60-some million.
Funny nigga, his last video. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Damn, my shit acting up.
That shit my phone had is contagious, my nigga. You gotta go and get a code set up or something for that motherfucker. It's like a virus, you know what I'm saying? My shit is contagious. That shit was happening with my phone. It's contagious, my nigga. You gotta get vaccinated for that shit.
Nah, but he definitely, like you said, his lives been 15,000, 20,000 every time. Like
every time. You gotta understand, he got a lot of You see, once you're a celebrity or an athlete, you get friends that once they hit that shit, that's another 10,000 views. That's another 5,000 views. You feel me, bro? And all them niggas, when he getting on there talking that shit, they clicking that share.
All the Charlemagne haters and all that shit,
Oh,
they
absolutely.
they loving him. They eating him up. Every time I see that nigga on motherfucking YouTube, it's 20-some thousand people are better than that motherfucker.
Shit
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
damn.
Yeah, he lit. He lit for real. Facts. He's lit.
I
Don't
don't
worry,
even
that's gonna
watch
be the
sports.
cafe in the next 5 years. We on our way.
No
I don't
doubt.
even watch sports, and I tap into that nigga, and I be watching him. I don't even watch sports. I didn't know who the nigga was. I tap into his shit. I'm like, oh, the basketball player nigga. I'm like, oh, what he talking about? And he own this nigga tough.
And he funny as hell too. He be having me laughing. He
People buy
Nah, but I
shirts
caught the
from him.
video. It's funny you said that. I caught the video of the nigga that reached out to Kwame and gave up that information.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
And he
Play for one more.
people buy shirts from him. He got shirts made right now.
Word?
Yeah, called my mama's cooking or some shit like that.
Yep, mama's cooking. That's a fact. That's
He
what he
got
keeps
shirts
saying.
made.
That's a fact. He been talking. Yeah, he been talking crazy. He talk about Stephen A. Smith. Everybody.
He got shirts made right now. He's selling merch and shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga gonna make more money off of this than he did in basketball.
Facts. He gonna make another 60 million off of this shit.
Easy.
This shit is crazy.
Easy. Yep.
But that goes to show you, man. Leave lying dogs lay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't bothering nobody, and everybody just came at him. So
Exactly.
now it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. He out here, taking people down for real.
Exactly. That nigga Charlemagne, like, oh, he got a voice and he talking back. I don't want no beef, brother. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Shit is crazy, man.
Because everybody he talk about, I mean, they kind of like need him, like, rappers and shit like that. You kind of need them. You need the radio stations and shit like that. So he kind of get away with talking about motherfuckers. But he just a basketball player. He don't need no radio stations for no kind of promotion.
Exactly. Yeah. He good. He well off. He got money. He's straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, they barked up the wrong tree this time. That's the damn.
Exactly.
You don't want no smoke.
Exactly.
He don't want no smoke.
Oh no, hell no.
Who, Charlemagne? Nah, he don't want it. He definitely trying to cop a plea for real.
Yeah. That's for sure. Now shit. Now he look real, like he look all depressed and shit when you see him on that Breakfast Club. He be looking sad for like a week. He be looking real sad and shit like that.
That's a fact, because he bring it back to the forefront and shit that people, like you said, people heard about it, but they ain't really stressed it and they forgot about it
Right.
But now you got people buzzing about it and talking about it, and you got those certain people that are calling for his job now. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. And he might get it too, because certain they don't want to be tied in with that type of shit. Like certain motherfuckers, like how they just fired that one fool for smoking weed at that pool party. Yep. They fired him from there because that TV show is linked in with Disney and shit.
That's a fact. Paul Pierce, they just fired him.
They just smoking some weed with some bitches. What are you doing wrong? I don't see nothing wrong he did. Smoking weed with no bitches. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But they fired his dog, man.
They damn sure did, and that's what I'm saying. Cancel culture is a motherfucker, and
right.
When it comes to especially people that do shit with minors and like you get canceled for anything. And what Charlemagne did is more than enough to get him really like in a bad spot. So he should have known better.
Right. So whoever they linked up with, whoever that Breakfast Club linked up with, they gonna end up firing him because they don't want to be tied into no motherfucking child molester type motherfucker.
Yeah, if enough people start talking shit and enough noise gets brought up, they're gonna have to do something because
he's out of here. Yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, people don't want that bad publicity on their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And white folks don't play about that money. Once you start, you can be whoever. Once you start jeopardizing that bottom line, that bread, you out of here.
Exactly. They can look at you all they want to. Once they start looking at them, they be like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Exactly. That's a big fact.
Hell yeah, because when they swept it under the rug, he was still working, but it was still it was still on his jacket though. But wasn't nobody tripping on it. Now people tripping on it. Well, yeah, he might be the next thing leaving.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
And all because he wanted to talk shit and whatever. Like Boss Lee said, sometimes he's probably looking for content. It was a boring day, and he stepped on a hornet's nest. Fucked around and yeah, shit is crazy.
Hell yeah, that's what his dumb ass get.
You know that Walt Disney, they racist as hell too. But bottom line is, man, they cutting checks out here. So if they feel you gotta go, man, you out of here.
You gotta go, nigga. We cannot have you involved with our brand. We can't have none of that shit fucking with us.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck who you was, how many championships you won, who you connected to. If you fuck with their paper, you out of here.
You out of here. We don't give a fuck whatever the fuck you do for us, we'll find another person to do it.
Exactly.
He don't need you. He don't need you that motherfucking bad. Hell yeah. That's crazy.
Nah, but yeah, it was an ugly situation. Like I said, everybody been talking about it. I figured we might as well, talk about it too. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that. I want to know. I want to know. Did anybody hear that boy earlier today though?
Ooh.
Oh, Mike Jones.
Yeah, you're a fool.
No, but did anybody hear that nigga though, man? That nigga said that nigga name, man, and like kind of like slanderous though. That was kind of fucked up. He did that shit. It was just a while ago too, about 2-3 hours ago, some shit like that. That nigga fouled for that shit. Man, that nigga fouled for that shit. Ain't nobody seen that shit?
Nah, I didn't. I can't say that.
Man, that nigga Hassan. Ain't nobody seen it?
Oh, I seen it. Nah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
That was crazy. I heard this shit. I had to turn my shit up. I'm like, did he just say what I think? And he's like, yeah, that nigga. I'm like, ooh. That was kind of crazy.
He was speaking on this shit too. That's what he was speaking. That was what he pulled up talking about, was the whole situation we was just talking about. And he went all he go left and right and everywhere with it. But yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You just label that nigga as the face of I guess negativity or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like now,
shit is crazy, man.
That was some hater shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was some real hater shit.
Shit is crazy.
That almost like I can almost be for certain like that nigga feels in a certain kind of way like this nigga competition. Because why would you fuck with somebody smaller than you,
bro,
if you're supposed to be so big?
Listen what I'm telling you. Yo, you hit the nail right on the fucking head. You know why?
You hear me though?
Bro, you hit that shit right on the fucking head. Because you know why? As much as people fuck with that person we talking about,
right?
Nigga, he only has 7,000-8,000, and you just said it. That boy got 15,000-20,000.
Yeah.
The whole live listening to his shit, an hour talking about mama's cooking and my mama's son talking crazy. Like, so yeah, I think that's what it is more or less than anything, that he a little bit nervous that his number one spot, as he calls it, is in jeopardy because his son is coming out shooting for real.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
Now you hit that shit right on the motherfucking head, SB.
I thought I was tripping. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I just be sitting up thinking about shit like, damn, it sound like some hater shit, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely did.
You know, when certain shit is true or certain shit is like, okay, I can see, that's real, whatever. Even though if it is real, I might not agree with it, but it's just some real shit. Right. I can agree with it. That just seemed like some cold hater shit. I was like, damn.
Definitely did. Definitely did. You definitely speaking truth. Because I was feeling the same thing. Like, yo, why you even like, you know what I'm saying? You can make your point without throwing, you know what I mean? Shade.
How did you even see this? If you so big, like, how did you even see this way down here? Like shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. But
so that means you tune in every now and then, but don't say nothing.
Of course. You talking? Oh, I know what you. Yeah, he spoke on this. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely did.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
He did. I remember what part you talking about now for sure.
That
Yeah,
nigga was like whoopie whoop whoop, like, and that nigga, and he said it twice too. So I'm like, damn, that means you tune in. Ain't nobody telling you about this down
that's
here.
a fact. He was like,
So
yeah, I'm talking to you, such and such. I'm
yeah,
like, ooh, wow, okay, yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're 100% right.
And then I'm like, because a nigga be up here, sometimes and shit. So I'm like, damn, I don't see no negative shit like that. We be clowning, cracking jokes, talking shit.
Exactly.
He made it seem like it was like some old other shit.
What
I'm
happened?
like,
Nah,
What
damn,
I
that
missed?
nigga.
What I missed? What
wait,
happened?
what happened? What happened? You need to know what happened because you the person we talking about. That's what you need to know.
What happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
your name was brought up in that live earlier, bro.
In what
yeah.
live?
With Hassan.
Sticky thighs. With
Fact.
sticky buns.
And what he said?
He basically talking. He was basically like, yo, that this the dirty side of YouTube and that you leading niggas astray and all this bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
he
And if
talking
you
his
don't want
talk.
you don't want your kids to be big blood and all this type of shit.
Yeah, listening to you
Yeah,
and all
Oh
this shit.
yeah?
Yeah.
Alright,
yeah.
check it. I'm about to end this live. Y'all about to tune in. I got a message for Hassan. I've been waiting for this.
This nigga